Toastmaster Brad Corbo. Please welcome Distinguished Toastmaster Brad Corbo with Celebrating Our Successes. Please unmute yourself, Brad.
What does it take to be a successful club? Well, it takes the commitment of its members to improve their communication and leadership skills. And this afternoon, I will share with you some of our members' successes. And my second question is, what does it take to be a distinguished club? Well, technically, you need to achieve 5 of the 10 goals in the Distinguished Club program and meet membership requirements. And for our club, it was to have 20 members at the end of the year. These goals demonstrate that your executive is meeting your needs. We did succeed in achieving 8 of the 10 goals in the Distinguished Club program. So we're almost President's Distinguished. The part that we struggled with this year, thanks to COVID, was bringing in new members. We were able to bring in 3, but we would need to bring in 8 more to be a President's Distinguished Clubs. This is a challenge we will move on to next year. We also had our members step up and achieve educational awards. 13 awards were presented or provided to Wild Oats for the Distinguished Club program, which allowed us to achieve all the education goals. And in total, 17 awards were completed by our members. So Catherine and I are members of other clubs. I'll now just recognize next year's executive, or this last year's executive. Catherine was our president. I'm the vice president of education.
Watch out, I said, watch my hand.
Kevin is the vice president of membership, and Bev, vice president of public relations, and Connie Paus, our secretary treasurer. Now to recognize the club members for what they've contributed to the success of our club. At the recent club officer training, Randy Moss provided a presentation on pathways. He shared how he made pathways work for him. And what he meant was that he was doing the projects to fit his needs, whether that was for his personal life, his work, or Toastmasters. I wondered, have our members been able to learn that lesson as well? And I think so. And I'll share that with you as I talk about the accomplishments of each of our members. Start off with Bev. She completed levels 2, 3, and 4 in visionary communication. How did that happen? Well, first of all, she had a little nudging to create a plan. She created a plan and it worked. One of the projects, the level 4 project she did in December, was communicate change. And it was in anticipation of another project being completed by Connie on reaching consensus. We were deciding whether or not we would meet in person or have hybrid meetings at some time in the future. She also did a elective to help us with one of our open houses where we had a panel discussion, and that's a level 5 project. The topic of the panel was importance of communication for board of directors. And we had Colina Paul, one of our members, as serving on the panel as well. She was also looked after the communication for our 40th anniversary. And that was an elective in a level 3 that she completed. For myself, I completed effective coaching level 1 and motivational strategies 4 and 5. I still have one last speech to complete the path that I'll be looking at for the new year. I developed a plan back in June. I also put it into my Vice President of Education report, just to make sure I had it in a handy place that I could easily see what my goals were. First thing I did was sign up for a level 5 project, team building, serving as leading in a volunteer organization, and that was my role as the Vice President of Education. I did a level 5 team building event and a lessons learned to level 4 after that as part of my role as Vice President of Education for BLT Club. And I used a level 4 project motivate others for an Area 4 contest that I was the chair for. Kalina has completed Dynamic Leadership 1 and 2. She also has 2 speeches ready to go for July and August. She's learning and doing some planning to be prepared and get those Pathways projects completed. Now, Connie's completed Motivational Strategies 2, Effective Coaching 2 and 3. She completed and started a level 5 project, something called a High Performance Leadership Project, where she organized our 40th anniversary of the club in March. So that was started way back in August, September. Kevin did a level 5 or completed his level 5 project with a lessons learned event, but he used something that he did through work. They did something that he referred to as Survivor PSC style. So it was a team building exercise that he was part of, and he also, I guess, led a lessons learned event as part of that, and he shared that with us. Catherine completed an Effective Coaching level 1 and level 4 and 5 in Motivational Strategies. She also did the final speech to complete that path. She anticipated this and she started her DTM project. This was her second path that she would be completing. And the purpose of the DTM project is to apply your skills that you've learned. And she did that for an outside organization that she was part of. As well, she wanted to build her social media presence. So she did the project on that to help her use LinkedIn better for both work as well as Toastmasters. Steve will finish Effective Coaching level 1 today, once he's finished his having his speech evaluation evaluated. So congratulations to Steve. And I know he's got his level 2 speech, his first speech, scheduled for August 9th. Our speech crafters, Ola and Diane, will receive credit for level 1, as well as the introduction to Toastmaster mentoring for level 2. First thing they have to do, though, is sign up for their path, and then that will be assigned. So they're well on their way to success within the Pathways program. So we've had a successful year despite the COVID challenges that we faced. Our members have achieved many goals this year. From what I've observed, we've learned to plan as well as to use our personal, work, and Toastmasters lives to fit the Pathways projects into them. And with your help, I'm confident that we can increase our membership and continue to serve our members' needs this year. Madam Toastmaster.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brad, and congratulations to Wild Oats. All the educational achievements we've achieved this year is fantastic, and looking forward to what the executive has planned for us next year. Start working on your goals now and thinking about what does 2021, 2022 look like for you. I'll be your next speaker, and I believe Steve is going to be evaluating my speech. This will be on using presentation software. Timing lights will be 5, 6, and 7 minutes. I will be using OBS Studios. So if you don't already have myself as the main speaker, please make that change now, and then you'll be able to see things on my screen a lot easier. So change to speaker view. All right, and with that being said, leaders among us. Today we're going to be recognizing the leaders among us in Wild Oats. I'll be highlighting some of the leadership accomplishments of our members. And in the end, we do need to choose just 2 people, 1 person for Rookie of the Year and 1 person for Toastmaster of the Year. But I can say with certainty that all of us have contributed to the success of our club this year, no matter who ends up getting the award in the end. So I'm going to be starting off by highlighting each of our members. I'll go from most senior to most junior of our members. So if you're ready to go, let's give it a shot. So first off is Brad Corbo. Brad is a past District 42 governor. He's also our VP of Education this year. And of course, he is a club member mentor. Mentoring is so important to Brad. And he demonstrated that well this year as VP of Education. Next up is Connie Pause. She is a past Division B governor and was our secretary treasurer this year. She's also a club member mentor and was the 40th anniversary coordinator this year. And she is the club evaluation contest winner this year. So thank you so much, Connie. Next up is Bev Ward. Bev is a District 42 Citation Award winner. And she was our VP of Public Relations this year, a club member mentor, as well as the U of S Speechcraft coordinator for us this year. Thank you very much for your leadership, Bev. Kevin Safanuk is a past District 42 finance manager, of course, a past District Division B director as well. He's our VP of membership this year, club member mentor as well, and the Speechcraft coordinator for the Wild Oats Speechcraft. He's also a club coach with UR Toastmaster and was the Club Humorous Speech Contest winner this year. Steve Oliphant-Ladd. Steve worked with me very early in the year. In June, he presented with me on mentoring at one of the district leadership trainings. And he's committed to being the secretary for the incoming year. So it's exciting to see Steve bring in his gifts and talents into our executive. Brandy Hamilton was our Sergeant at Arms for July until about January. And of course, she got busy with work. She had all these opportunities at work and she hasn't been able to join us for a while, but she was our Club Table Topics winner in the fall. Colina Paul, she was a panelist on our Board of Directors session, and she has numerous amount of experience in being on board of directors, and she was also our club's international speech contest winner this year. And our newest members, Diane, was our speech crafter in 2021, and we're excited to see where her Toastmaster journey takes her, as well as Ola was also one of our speech crafters, and he's continuing on with Wild Oats. So as you can see, there's a number of us who have taken on leadership roles this year inside the club and outside the club as well. So I'd just like to say a big congratulations to all the members that have participated this year. Next up, we will talk about the Rookie of the Year award. Now, the Rookie of the Year is presented to a member in the club who has contributed to the club, focused on their education and giving back to the club. They would have been a member or joined since January 1st of 2020. So they're a newer member in Toastmasters. So the Rookie of this year is somebody who joined us early in 2020, and she has participated in many activities inside the club and has grown tremendously over the past little while. She's not able to be with us here today, but I would like to congratulate Colina Paul for Rookie of the Year. And I would get her to say a few words, but she's not here. So we'll just have to send her some congratulations afterwards. All right, next up, the Toastmaster of the Year. Now, the Toastmaster Award is given to one Toastmaster whose dedication, commitment, and effort makes a significant contribution towards achieving the mission of our club and the mission of the district. This member has been a part of our club for a while. This member has attended many training sessions, attended many area and division district events throughout the year, but most in particular has been the work with the public relations this year. She's done a tremendous job learning about public relations and using her knowledge over the past few years to really help make a difference in our club. We wouldn't have a lot of the guests here if it wasn't for the information that she was sharing with us throughout the year, and being able to get us out there and just remember to focus on attracting new members. So with that, I would like to present the Toastmaster of the Year this year to Bev Ward. Look, Bev, do you want to take your timer off before you turn it to red? We don't have to worry about the red light, but if you could take off your camera and just give us a few words. Turn your camera on, I should say, and give us a few words.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Interesting. Maybe my award will be taken away from me for lack of dexterity with electronics. Well, I thank you very much for the there's the electrical tape. Thank you very much for this award, Catherine. Yeah, it sounds like I was pretty busy, but I've enjoyed every bit of it. And what I did as part of the team. Everybody did their bit. Everybody gave me suggestions and ideas and feedback. And Kevin gave me the original idea, Steal with Pride. I've stolen a lot of the techniques from both other clubs and the PR Mastermind group and just other people that I've come in contact with, which is something we can always do. Thank you very much. In my mind, there you have many Toastmasters of the Years in our club, but I'm thankful for this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bev. And with that, I'm honored to have been the president of Wild Oats this year, to be amongst the great leaders in our membership. And again, I'm very excited to see where we go next year. So with that, I'll conclude my presentation. All right, now you guys Brad can shut the recording off. Somehow.